We've seen the part of getting interest from customers and trying to convince them that we're the right choice. There are many different dimensions that can intervene at the level of marketing and sales priorities. The next part is very important. It deals with figuring out how to maintain the individual relationship and then how to make it grow. The part of keep is just how to keep the clientele. Maybe you bought from a site and they disappeared because after a while you didn't receive anything, neither newsletters nor communications. It's a real shame because from their point of view, as we said, it's much more expensive to find new customers rather than trying to convince you that they are still interesting. There are opportunities for you, especially when they have already bought and therefore trust them. Consider what happens to you when you buy from certain types of businesses, also local businesses that may call you back because your favorite product is there and offer you discounts. Consider that there are many different levers, which are not just the fact of having bought from them once, but of creating an ongoing relationship. Netflix, for example, is very interesting because we may buy on Netflix, but then we always have to be on Netflix. So what does this company do? An incredible content creation, because if there were always the same series, the same movies, obviously we would be fed up, so they have to finance a lot of television series. This is fundamental for them when you have a subscription mechanism. This part cannot be underestimated because you have to consider that the content creation part is essential to ensure that I do not decide to change and perhaps stop with the subscription. If we talk about more traditional realities, for example, there are banks. There is the possibility of being inside a bank where communications are the most disparate. For example, they write to us because they may know that we are looking for a mortgage, or they offer us financing possibilities. They tell us that they have become green, but in any case, the number of notifications is very strong because they always try to be connected with us to understand if they can sell us an extra service or if they can do a better service. Consider that all the activities that are carried out by traditional companies are still connected with trying to maintain this relationship with the customer. One of the cases could also be a physical store. For example, it may happen that Decathlon creates events only for people who have bought in some stores to make sure that people who are different from others come and feel true fans of the brand. Also, consider activities that are focused on creating different systems. For example, I can be a VIP customer, and therefore I have special discounts, I have promotions, and I am the first who knows about new products. There are not only monetary aspects, but also the maintenance of the relationship, which is very personal. And there can be different types of opportunities. Maybe you could think about creating a program for VIPs who are the ones who buy the most from you. You could make a community if the theme allows it. For example, if there is a sporting or sustainable theme, there is certainly an interest in people getting to know each other. And the attempt is precisely to create a personal relationship and ensure that the customer is more than a buyer. It is necessary to understand as much as possible about individual people, to know more and more about these people because they are the basis of our future. There is the last part, the grow part, which deals with understanding how to grow with these people and which opportunities there are. We said that get, keep, grow are all connected actions. So we have people, we try to keep them, and then we try to make even more revenue with them. We must understand that if we try to leverage those who are already part of our system, it is certainly less expensive. One case is that of Prime, because in the case of Amazon, we know that people who have Prime generally spend a lot more. Amazon doesn't give it away for free, but it makes a turnover. To the customer, it seems advantageous because with Prime, they get services, but this is equally interesting for Amazon, not only on the keep part, but also on the payments part, because with Prime, Amazon has more weapons to communicate with its customers. Another case could be that of Money Farm, which is a company that deals with financial advice. Within Money Farm, if you are registered on the platform, you have to pay fees, but if you suggest other people, fees are decreased. Money Farm seeks new customers because people who are within the platform will be happy to be part of it and spend less. It's an opportunity to have new customers who are on target. Customers talk to other people who may have similar interests and therefore may already be in line with what we are trying to create. All of this is very beneficial because there will be more people who are part of the same cluster. As a last case, we can also see how selling on Zalando can come in handy. Zalando sells many types of products, but they are different from each other. Maybe we go to Zalando because we have to get a gift, and then we find out that there is a discount on running shoes or on beauty. So consider that the opportunity of cross-selling, i.e. selling related products, or upselling, i.e. selling products which have a higher margin for us or that cost more, can be very useful. We always consider when people buy from us, what are the opportunities to ensure that they have more turnover. If we talk about this part, then we can use strategies such as referrals, where I try to suggest a friend because maybe I have a small discount, but the company certainly benefits because there is a new customer. We also have the cross-selling and upselling part, or the last part of unbundling, i.e. I sell different types of products, as often happens in the software field. I try to sell this kind of package, which is then unpacked to make it cost more. Let's try to evaluate this possibility as well, because it could be very useful for us. As a stream, it's all connected. Get, keep, grow is also easy to remember. Make a note of the activities for each of these phases, because it is essential to understand when we speak for the customer what are also opportunities for improvement for us. In this case, it's crucial because we're telling everything about customers. We know who they are, and we know how we try to reach them with channels. The activities are those connected with this funnel. Really consider the possible number of activities you can do, which is endless, and figure out which ones are the most important. It is clear that when we do tests, we understand which ones are most important to us. There are very effective activities, but they are very expensive. The focus must also be on maintaining the relationship, where we may also find opportunities that we were not aware of. We have to do tests, as in very large companies such as Facebook.